Yeah, I think two events in the human journey where fundamentally biological transformation took place. See, others are social changes. Understand, when you move from being a tribal to, I mean, hunter-gatherer to whatever, all that farming and all that happened, it was making changes in your environment, but at a biological level, there were little changes will happen, but not at a major level. So there are two incidences that this happened. Number one was the time when we shifted from raw food to cooked food. Am I right? Are you getting it clear? It's a biological transformation. Understand? So this biology, and I'm sure our body must have resisted it like anything, because we are biologically meant for eating raw food. There's no doubt about that. That is what our chemicals, biochemicals are meant for, that, right? So and initially I'm sure it rejected the cooked food. I'm sure for quite some years we must have had loose motions and stomachache, or something or they are vomiting and all that kind of stuff. Then slowly, and it's quite some years, it's not 100 years, thousands of years, I'm sure our body then learned to do that. There is another very, very interesting study, which is that, which was always known in India, but there is a study on that in the West. There is a study which is said that when a monkey is taught a physiological changes, certain skill is learned, so the body changes, right? And if that is continued for 6, 7 generations, in the 8th generation the body learns it, then you don't have to train the body. If 7 generations you repeat the same activity, next generation changes. See, the reason why there was the intercaste marriage was not allowed here was only because of this. There's no other reason. One day I was walking with I used to work with potters. So right now in Coimbatore, actually, some years ago we had an exhibition here, and I was walking with some traditional potters. We were going somewhere to eat or something. So far away, 2, 3 people were coming from the other side, and this person told me, look, they are potters. I was wondering, how did he know that, then he told, no, look at the way they are walking, look at the body. That's when I also began to then watch bodies, and I realized that a potter has a certain kind of body, a kanshari, a brass craftsman. So each craftsman has a body actually, and that body has learned. See, they don't have to think about it, In fact, one day a friend was once, he wanted to make something, an architect friend of mine. So somewhere in MP, he went to a potter and he wanted to get something done, and it was in the evening, it's almost dark, and he told the potter, this is what I want. So he goes there and it's almost dark, you can't see anything. He makes it and come. So don't you want to see? No, I can sense it. You understand? So the body is so powerful actually, when you are doing this. He didn't even have to look. So what I'm trying to say was that so this body this is the way that this casting was, just a side thing that I was mentioning, that the body actually learns, right? So what I'm trying to say is that this biological adaptation into a new system of eating, which the body underwent, it took some years, right? So the second shift is when you shifted from orality to literacy. It's a biological change, because from sensorial engagement with the world, you denied your senses and you began to engage with the mind. Understand? Reading. So this biological shift requires far more time for you to adapt to this new change. In 1 or 2 generations it's not going to happen, and so what is right now happening is that, of course, I don't know whether you know that literacy establishes a certain kind of a new thing in your brain to engage with literacy, written word. We don't have it actually. It is created by the brain. There is a memory system, there's a language system which is not natural to us. It is created here, and only if you engage with literacy. If your homeschoolers decide that children shouldn't learn to read, it won't happen, right?